Hi, folks. I, Rich Webster here, host of the famed BBC show. Just coming to you to tell you a little bit about my home state, now, California. Even though I'm a native of St. Louis, Missouri, I've lived in California for decades now. When I first came here with my folks back in the 60s, man, California was a utopia. I mean, it was like right out of some sort of a fairy tale or something. I mean, it was perfect. It was practically heaven on earth. I mean, beautiful weather, just palm trees swaying in the breeze. It was clean. There was no graffiti. The gangs hadn't started taking over. The drug problem wasn't out of hand. Crime wasn't rampant everywhere. And there were fresh young white girls, beautiful young white girls, on every corner, it seemed like. Because back in those days, white chicks used to do a lot of thumbing for rides, hitchhiking. And a pretty young white girl would have her thumb stuck out, and you'd pull over and pick her up, and you guys could go out for a ride, and back to your place. Maybe she sip a little something, and whatever, a little something, and man, it was a golden time. But the the nickname for the state of California has always been the Golden State. Now, that was back in the day, once again, when things were beautiful. Now, it really started to change, I think, really kind of in the 80s, probably even earlier than that. I think it's always had issues, but it really started to sort of deteriorate in the 70s, early 80s, and then it just went to free fall in the 90s. And today, because of the insipid governing offered by that nincompoop up in Sacramento, Governor Nuisance, Gavin Newsom, and the prosecuting attorneys, like we've got George Gascon here now, and the senators, and that poverty pimp, the big auntie Maxine Waters, and many others. It's California has largely become a welfare state. It's sliding into socialism, and it's turned into a living toilet. So now California is called the Golden State because it's being pissed all over by the illegals, by the criminals, the gangbangers, drug dealers, the, the punks, the graffiti artists, the scumbags riding these scooters all over the place. You got people causing traffic accidents without driving without insurance or a license, and the goddamn police, they don't do a doggone thing. They don't arrest or even ticket the people. Prices are out of hand. Young, healthy young white kids, good young white kids, can't even afford to get started in this state anymore. They can't afford to buy a home. So there are almost no white people left in California now. Most of the ones that you might think are white or masquerading as white, they are pretty much everything but. I mean, a lot of what I term ethnic whites, the Armenian, a lot of Jew, Russians, that sort of thing. At first glance, you might think they're white, but they're not. And it's just really becoming a crap hole. And it's a terrible thing because this was once a real utopia. I mean, this was a nirvana. But now California is called the Golden State because it's being pissed all over. Sad but true. Hey, listen, folks, once again, this is Ira Webster, host of the BBC show. Please like and subscribe to our channel. And as I always say, the truth and nothing but. Thank you.